I'm John Kaiser at the Metals Investor Forum in Vancouver, May 15th, 2022. I am speaking with Alf Stewart of Searchlight Resources. Alf, welcome to the Metals Investor Forum.
Thank you, John.
Alf, your Kulik Lake project has two distinct targets that are very intriguing. One is the 3-kilometer long rare earth target. The other is the uranium target. Now, it occurs within the Wollaston domain, which is famous for underlying that part of the Athabasca Basin that had the original crop of very high-grade uranium deposits. But beyond that, it is not really known as a potential region for uranium deposits worth mining. If this 2-kilometer uranium anomaly turns into a significant discovery, what are the implications for the Wollaston domain as an exploration region?
The Wollaston domain is already filling up with uranium explorers looking for basement-style deposits. So I think that process would intensify and the Wollaston domain would be blanket staked.
So by any chance that if you use your scintillometer to assess what's on the ground when you get the boots on the ground, that you might finish staking what isn't already staked on spec by all the armchair stakers?
Yes, that's possible.
Okay, good. Now, the rare earth anomaly, it's you mentioned in the talk that it was found in the 60s and academics love it. I understand it's a monazite type mineralization whose flow sheet characteristics are reasonably well understood. It has the light rare earths, of which neodymium and praseodymium are the most important ones for the magnet market. You've extended the known 1-kilometer trend along the lake to 3 kilometers. What makes you think that as you get in there and look at it closer, this will be more than this spotty high-grade system that's very interesting for the academics, but not very interesting for economic geologists who are looking for a continuous, reasonably well mineralized deposit?
Yes. Well, that's a good question. And basically, when we look at the highest grade areas of monazite on the property, and we've surveyed over this with our radiometric survey, we just get an individual blip on one line, and lines adjacent have no continuity. When we look at the other side of the lake where we're getting stronger responses, we're getting response continuity across several lines. So there's strike potential, which indicates possible tonnage potential.
Mm-hmm. And the specific work that you're going to do this summer, what will it consist of that will enable you to wave your arm and raise capital for a serious drill program in early next year?
I hope so. What the geophysicists have told us is that their anomalies are very specific and they can guide us to within 20 meters of the source of the spike, and they tell us it's within 1 meter of surface. In the case of fission uranium, where they did the same survey, the geophysicist said, go to this spot and dig here and you'll find high grade. The prospector went in, found a little bit of low grade, came back and showed the geophysicist. He said, no, it's got to be better than 1% uranium. Go back and dig around some more. He did. He found a high grade boulder, and then he found 20 or 30 more of them, and that led to Patterson Lake South. We're hoping for the same kind of result on our property. Basically, we think it really, because of the shallow nature of the targets, we think we should be able to uncover some high-grade uranium in our prospecting.
Okay, so you will have some surface showings, hopefully, to show ahead of going in there with a drill program.
Yes.
Now, the Saskatchewan Research Council has been investing R&D money into R&D involving rare earth processing flow sheets. Saskatchewan has been kind of a non-entity when it comes to rare earth deposits. There's the Hoytis Lake deposit, which is a dike that has allalite as a mineral, which is difficult to crack. What reason do you see there to be for Saskatchewan to blossom into something more than just occasional dike of rare earth deposit?
Well, just the fact that it's never been explored, and what we see on our property is a lot of low-hanging fruit, which is high-grade monazite at surface. And that's basically what we expect is the compelling reason. And when we look at monazite deposits around the world, they're generally a lot lower grade than what we're seeing. So we think we have a pretty good early stage target for monazite.
What do you think of the idea that Cameco, which has all this experience and licenses handling radioactive material as a uranium miner, expands its focus to include rare earths and being able to deal with the thorium and minor uranium that's in them, and become a bigger company that isn't just a uranium miner? I know you can't speak for the company, but if that happened, what do you think the implications would be for a place like Saskatchewan?
Well, that would be significant. And as you know, Energy Fuels in the United States, who have the only permitted uranium mill and tailings pond, have decided that they would diversify into monazite refining as well. So when you see the largest uranium company in the United States by market cap with a conventional uranium mill and tailings dam deciding that they needed to supplement their uranium business with rare earths, seems to me logical that Cameco, who has multiple mills in northern Saskatchewan, might also see the attraction of using those facilities to process rare earths. And that could help Saskatchewan become a major player in monazite. So they would have potential monazite refining with the Saskatchewan Research Council and monazite mining with Cameco and others.
Mm-hmm. Now, your partner in this company, Stephen Wallace, he's kind of a data geek who uses his spare time to go through the archives and dig up stuff. In terms of critical minerals such as lithium and rare earths, how deep a dive has he done into Saskatchewan? And is he cooking up other potential interesting acquisitions in this critical minerals realm, which now has 130% write-off flow through as a result of a federal policy change recently?
That's right. So he is doing a deeper dive. And as you mentioned in your presentation, lithium is on fire. We can't ignore lithium potential. There are major pegmatite swarms in Saskatchewan which have not been evaluated for lithium. And I think Stephen's using some of his talents to evaluate that right now.
So this could be a similar situation where, because there was nothing ever substantial like a Tanco, the pegmatites that are lithium enriched were simply ignored, just like the rare earths, because they couldn't compete against Mountain Pass or later Bayan-Obo. So Saskatchewan could also become part of Lithium Mania 2.0?
Yes.
You guys might be part of it?
Yes.
Okay. Well, what will that do for your other project, the Bootleg Lake district consolidation play in the shadows of the Flin Flon copper mines, where you have been stitching together all these properties that had these old, small scale mining operations? Why did those mines never evolve to become serious gold mines where they chased it down plunge and found that there's a lot more to it than what they grabbed within the first 100 meters? Is there something wrong with this district, or was there some other explanation that justifies for you going in there, putting it all together and rethinking it?
Saskatchewan was hot for gold exploration and production in the 1980s. But the style of gold mining in Saskatchewan and Manitoba and other places in Canada was very small scale. I think you used the term mom and pop operations. And Stephen Wallace has expertise in looking at an old mining camp like Detour Lake and recognizing that some of the smaller operations have bigger potential for large scale, what I call large trucks and shovels operation. When you consider that and then look at the Flin Flon camp, we can see the major structures are there. The small mom and pop operations line up on a major structure. The area in between these operations has never been considered. In the 1980s, the idea of a gold mine was find half an ounce of gold on a vein, go underground and start stoping with small tonnage, and then bootstrap and grow from there. They couldn't really grow in the 1980s because the gold price from 1982 to 1989 just went inexorably down. And everyone looked beyond Canada for bigger opportunities in South America. Mm-hmm. Now with the knowledge that these small scale gold mines on big structures could actually have a large open pit, low grade, 1 gram type of target, these old camps are being opened up, and Canadian Malartic and Detour Lake are examples of that.
Okay, well, this is good. You have projects on multiple fronts, different commodity groups in Saskatchewan. You're even working on one that isn't yet part of your portfolio. So this is looking really good. Thank you, Alf, Searchlight Resources, for being part of the Metals Investor Forum.
Thanks, John.